Alright, I'm gonna get a couple things set up. I haven't streamed on this computer yet. There, audio should be that. I had all that turned way down because um, it's a bit too loud. Yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta make sure I got my fan and everything's over. Start the game. And also bring my stream up just to see if I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, the music still isn't working. Interesting. I don't know why that is, but what can you do? All right. So yeah, this will be an Act One speed run. To showcase off like the basic glitches and stuff. Full run takes like 4 to 5 hours, and I just don't have that time right now. If I have time, I'll show off Act Two. Because there's big skips there, and there's some in Act Three, but for the most part, I'll just go till Act One, and then, or maybe until I'm just bored after Act One. I will try to. It's been, I think, like a month or two since I've been doing um these skips and glitches, so I really hope I remember the route I had for everything, but it's for the most part it's pretty simple. Um, you notice in the bottom right, I am doing version 1.0.7. This is the version that introduces the unstuck option, but also keeps in the item duplication glitch. The patch after that gets rid of the duplication glitch. So, um, not that the unstuck thing isn't a huge deal. We don't use it that often, but the item duplication is. And unstuck is good for like a skip or two or just some funny stuff anyway. Um, Very interesting how this doesn't have any sound. I really don't know what to do about that. But yeah. Um, is there anything else that I should? Oh wait, yeah. So you could probably call this unrestricted because I'll be doing stuff with multiple save files. Although it's not a huge deal to do the restricted one. So what I am going to do is I'm going to load up. I'll just do this one. Technically, this could be like a new game plus, but it's almost like what we did with Wild Arms, where it's like you save settings, except that's just saving settings. This is actually what I'll be doing here is I'm going to die. You see that I have 331 like screws in the bottom left, and that's like your MP, a shared MP pool for everyone. If you go and die and then start a new game, your screws, at least in this version, your scrap, I think, it actually it carries over. Something that will hit everybody. Um, okay, well, she can hit herself then. Whatever. There you go. So yeah, this will carry over screw. So we don't have to stop by at any towers, but yeah, kind of consider this in an unrestricted category. Oh wait, you know what? I think I did. I think I muted this. Hold on. Ah, there we go. That's what I did. So we'll give it another try. We'll say no, and then start a new game, and we'll have all the scrap. We need to go to my. I will turn it down. It's kind of loud. I know in the past I've had an issue with my mic and being overpowered by in-game volume. Okay, so yeah, now I'm gonna start the time. There's another part that can make it unrestricted. Is we are going to do just one skip that saves maybe 5 minutes at the beginning, using a glitch from a previous save file, and you can't really do it any other way. It's not that big of a deal if you end up having to do like the 5 minutes you do in that one area. It's not a big deal, but just to show off what you can do, I'll just be doing it here. All right, what was my start? Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Yes. I start out doing the little prologue here. So there's a couple things. There's one major glitch. Oh, why is my controller not? Interesting. Back to nothing. Oh, okay, now it does. Big glitch we'll do is basically saving with the dialogue on the overworld map, which you can do in one section, and that actually basically like overrides other dialogue boxes, such as ones that stop you from progressing. So we'll be able to do a whole bunch of skips in places because that dialogue box will override a lot of stuff. It doesn't do it on everything, but it'll do it on most things, with some limitations as well. So yeah, we got the prologue here with these two. This is mostly just all like scripted fights. Crazy. I don't really remember the skips that I had for this, but I'll try to remember fight skips at least. You can't skip this one. This is a mandatory fight. I don't know the timing on that. Oh, I do. And then all we'll see from him is regular attacks. I actually don't even think I need to move him up. Okay, yeah, I forgot you go down and not up. Oh well. Next one, I have a little, well not this next one, the one after this, I got a little fun little thing for it that I hope I can pull here and get, oh never mind, you're supposed to get hit by the ooze and it makes you fly back like that, and you can skip the fight, but I didn't get it. Now there's something you can do that is a glitch, but it doesn't really lead to anything, besides doing the unstuck thing. You can like open the menu in cutscenes, and some of them like you do it in between, and then when the cutscene bleeds over, you still have the menu up. What I would really like to try to do is carry over the sword that Garbamesh has here and give it to Dustin, but I haven't seen that as much because it basically just gets overwritten. It receptacally stays in the back row for all the turns, then this will be an extra turn of a fight. Yep, right. Because I chose to stay middle, so you're try to scoot up one, so he has more room to scoot up if he wants to. RNG from receptacles is there, which basically guaranteed that I'm going to get that So like now I'll run off to the side, and if I mash triangle, I can open up the like right now, if I take the chunk Excalibur off and all this stuff, if I somehow am able to, like right now you can see Dustin's starting equipment. Just can't equip it. But you can time it right. I didn't time it there. Not able to get it. But you can have the menu still up at this part. And I was hoping that maybe if you had the sword like highlighted, it would stay in. But otherwise, it gets just overwritten. Not a big deal. Wouldn't change much because we get overpowered really quick. The main thing that will make us overpowered is the item duplication glitch and skill pills, which basically raise your skill stat by, which is also a bug. It raises it by 2 instead of the 1. And we don't get that till after the first 2 areas or whatever. We'll start off with getting an attack pill and giving 60 of those to Dustin so he can easily solo the first 2 bosses without having to use the overheat or like limit break mechanic, which actually takes a long time for it to go off. Overall, I thought this was a pretty good game. I was probably more hyped for it for how good it was. It was fine though. It was a fun playthrough. But it really needed some bugs to get worked out and everything. Overall, just a fun, solid game. Nothing groundbreaking. Nothing I would put maybe like top 10, 20, but it's overall good. It was not a waste of time to play, which is a good thing. Alright, so we have to get the sword, we have to equip it, or else we can't progress. Alright, so we're gonna grab... here. We're gonna grab the family meal. I'm gonna run around here, because if you walk through the middle, it starts the dialogue with the woman. We don't want to do that. Don't waste time. We get family leftovers, and then we're also gonna get... Cold burger, and then we're going to warm up the family dinner and warm up the cold burger because it sells for a lot more if you warm them up. In the next town, we're going to have the ability to buy skill pills, so we want all of our money for that. So we'll try and grab stuff along the way to get as many as possible. Gonna mostly ignore everything here, grab the rotten onion to sell. Sells for quite a bit, which is nice. And those clips should help as well. Performance pill, that raises your attack, which is important for the first part here. And as you can see, the scrap, we have 330, which was from my previous save. Get to the save point here. We'll grab. I forgot that this is up here, but we'll grab it. Okay, yeah. Just all the money we can, and we'll save it in the. One of those should be. So with that, I have it saved over dialogue. But what we are going to do is. I messed it up. This is why we save. So how you do the glitch for item duplication, use whatever, go to arrange, cancel the arrange, and it comes back. So There's a way to mess this up by pressing cancel too many times or arranging and then not able to do it. Let's see what I'm at. 33, so about 1 more. I'm going to save midway because my fingers get tired. 33, 6, should be good. That should be like 60. Okay, nice. I wanted to make sure I had the performance build because it sells for quite a bit. But now we should be able to easily sell level the first boss. Grab everything I can from here. This sells for like 50. Like anything we can get. There are no cutscene skips unless you use the glitches. But it's not worth it here. You can't skip this fight. This first boss is actually kind of hard in a casual playthrough if you're not grinding enemies, basically. And even now, it's a close shave. We let up skill as much as we can so we don't have to use as many skill pills. Oh, I forgot to do this cutscene skip. Whoops. You can skip this cutscene by doing the unstuck, but not a big deal. Maybe 2 minutes. I lost there. So basically, we're supposed to be going up to this castle to progress the story, but we're not going to do that. We'll be able to go south to the forest instead, which actually saves a lot of time. And this should be the last instance of where like any restricted stuff would be done, because this is the only time we'll be using that previous save to be skipping something, because the dialogue that we're able to save on will be coming up pretty quick. Alright. So what we're going to do is we are going to save right here, load this, which should hopefully be... Okay, there. See the bars come down, that means there's dialogue. I'm going to go in here, there's dialogue that clears, which usually sends us back and says, oh, you're not supposed to go here yet. Oh, I mean, there that is. So obviously I messed something up. Okay. Let's try it again. Okay, should be good. We're not supposed to be able to go up north yet, but we're going to go, or up on the second level here, but we're going to. Just to grab some stuff for money. This is where, like, Ritavia is supposed to go up and have her thing. We're going to go down here, and then we're going to unstuck to get back up to the top. Oops. Maybe? I actually didn't know you could do that. I'd like to get back up to the top. Luckily, I know a way to get back up. You can get a damage boost with a jump to get on the spikes. Let me go down here to get the garbage juice, which sells for a lot. It's very nice. Okay, we're supposed to do a whole thing with Dustin and then once we get down here, we're supposed to do a whole thing with Rotavia, but I think I'm not supposed to touch that blue thing because it resets my unstuck position. So I'm not going to do that. So it goes over to the cutscene here. I'm going to unstuck and run up and right. And that will cancel out the transition it tries to do to go to Ratavia's part. So file, unstuck, up and right. You can move during the some cutscenes too. And now it goes to the cutscene of where you fight the boss. So it saves like a minute-ish of having to do like Ratavia's thing and some dialogue and some stuff like that. But we also have her. We'll be using her to steal. We want to get the bridge core. Which sells for quite a bit. Yay, Frozen Heart. Alright. Dying doesn't matter when he gets experience, so let's have her attack. Some of the timings can be very weird in this game. Overall, not bad though. Skill. Get that flash. So the reason we're going to be doing a lot of getting a lot of skill is because all the skills in this game are based on that stat, basically. There are some that are attack-based, but everything is really skill-based, and it's a lot easier to grind the item duplication for skill because it counts as 2 instead of 1. So as soon as we get enough skill pills from selling things, we're going to buy, I think it's either 5 or 6 skill pills and get up to 300 for both Rotavia and Dustin. I mean, that's just what I do. People who are better at routing can probably get exactly what we need to get, but I'm just going to do 300 on each. You can probably do less on Rotavia because she's not used as much. She does have some solo stuff later on, but usually that 300 is enough to solo like everything, so not a huge deal. But I'm not going to do, because I try to get Dustin up to like 1,000 skill, but we'll do that once we get more skill pills, because if you have the max of 10, it's a lot easier to do, you know, basically 20 at a time instead of 10, considering they're double. So gonna go around to the hidden zone for some reason, and you'll see that the dialogue that we use to skip a whole bunch of things is a hidden zone dialogue. For some reason, it doesn't work if you haven't unlocked the other hidden zone that is in the area. I tried it a whole bunch. I was getting really frustrated because you can open the menu on the pixels that say like, oh, you found a hidden zone like this. This is fine. But you can't on this one unless this other one's unlocked. But we want to come here anyway to get some money. Get some money. Forge iron. It's normally used to upgrade. I could have unstuck there to get back to the entrance, but whatever. So we're not going to activate this hidden zone over here yet. And it might take me a couple tries because I kind of forgot the visual cue. I think it's like being aligned with the tree, but I also don't want to get it wrong. So we'll just get a whole bunch of stuff to sell. Won't be using the forge because weapons only affect attack. So we don't care about attack. Over here, grab another forge iron. There's a thing on the ground. Curdled milk. That jumps on. These all count for like 10 or something. Go to the shop and that one burger horn leftovers is a lot. Usually it would sell for like 75 total, but we did like 325 because we warmed it up. Grab the key here because these keys can sell. We're not going to be getting any hidden chests, not necessary. Not important because skill is too strong. And so we'll basically sell everything we need. Except for one thing, actually. Because you can't do... My cat's right there. Hi, kitty. Here, come here. Alright, this should be enough for, like... Oh, it's enough for 5. 4. Something seems off with that. Ah, because I haven't sold everything, so there we go, okay. Still seems wrong with that. I should be able to afford 5 pretty easily. Oh, duh. This, an endurance pill, which we also never use. Yeah, sometimes you can get to 6, but I almost always been able to get to 5, okay. Alright, so we're gonna go out and save. There's like a whole bunch of stuff you have to do in this village. Not a whole bunch, just like one thing. It takes up quite a bit of time. Alright. So first what we're gonna do... I forget how much they're at. 20, 19. So we do what? 25 rounds each? 20 rounds each? I think it was 27. Yeah. 88. Okay. Now I'm gonna save because I'm gonna be here again. Gets a little tired, so more prone to make mistakes here. I'm gonna switch these two around. So I'm gonna go over this way and save. Over here is where we need to go to the left, but it's actually blocked. So what we can do... I need to scoot over just a bit more. Okay, just a bit more, it looks like. That should do it. No. Which tree was it? It was this tree. A little bit more. But as you can see, we discovered that hidden zone. Alright. There we go. Okay. So I saved right on that dialogue being opened up. So what I'll do is I'll load it. I'll go into the hidden zone that we unlocked. It clears out the thing saying, hey, you can't go this way, and then we go this way. And then we'll be using that second save file throughout the whole run to advance. And skip things, especially in Act 1 here, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. Oops, I forgot to do this. Dodging encounters I really suck at here too, so that'll be fun. Yeah. Luckily we're strong as heck. Oh, I forgot. These dudes. I have like no defense because give your target back. I have like no defense because I took everything off. I feel like she runs faster. I can't prove it. There's a little silly thing we can do here is we can actually go to the entrance under here. I'm gonna get whatever this is because it. If I hold up and left, you can actually go in the exit to the bottom. Oh, I forgot. Just let me unstuck. We can actually skip this whole section. You gotta do a whole bunch of stuff with levers, but you just jump on this tire, jump up here, boom, you skip everything. You jump and climb this. Can't remember. We get something up here. Not important. I need to stop getting chests. I'm so used to trying to like see the chests and get them that I don't really think about what I'm doing. There's another encounter here that I'm terrible at skipping. Oh, I did it. Nice. Why?
I don't know, she was crying.
She wants to see Scotland.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if she is.
Yeah, just put her down. Sounds like she wants to get down.
Yeah, is she?
I don't know.
You know if she is?
No, I don't.
Are you streaming right now?
Mm-hmm.
Can they hear me?
Probably, but you're just talking about the cat.
Streaming on Twitch though?
Yeah.
Oh.
Probably should save. This game has a tendency to crash. Save it like for this convenience. Alright, this guy will go first, but when it's our turn, they just die. Also, we do need to move. Oh, I forgot to put uppercut. So. We're really strong now with all the skill kills. I need to put uppercut on the top of that. Whoops. Should be over in about an hour. As you can see, I can move around, but you can't really do anything with that. I tried a couple different things, and you can't really advance. I mean, other people might be able to, but I can't. I'll find a way to do anything. this section we gotta do just kind of purely. There's no really shortcut way to get around anything. I tried a whole bunch, but it's really not. There are limitations to the dialogue skipping. You can only skip like one dialogue box, and then it all resets back to normal. So usually it's just used for skipping past things that tell you not to go places. That song reminds me a lot of Secret of Evermore. I probably will go down here and grab the desert card. It gives agility, although we will be getting skills. We'll be getting agility pills and pump that up to like 100 on the people that we need it for. Oh jeez. I'll just be running. I don't know why I tried to even attempt that other battle earlier. I don't know if there's an easier way to finish what we need to do here. It's just the route that I know of. We're going to be getting basically a thing that increases our health. We'll be able to item duplicate that. Not super necessary once we get all the agility stuff, but it's good for a backup. And then also good for selling if we need to for more skill pills later on. What am I doing? I don't need any of this. I'm just going to save. Like I said, this game likes to crash. Here. Be using like a little stalagmite, maybe, to yeah, get quick to the exit there. Okay. This whole section is just basically like cutscenes. It's kind of annoying that way. Here. Jump straight down. The worker ants are nice, they don't try to hurt us. These ones do. Oh, whoops. There's a way to get around that. Yeah. Some of these don't have collision on it. Okay. Oh, we gotta go help the guy first, right? To this area, though, we basically skip a lot of Act 1. Especially in the tower, but there's just a whole lot that we end up just not having to do. chest. Those are the only 3 that we'll need if we end up like failing the boss or something. It shouldn't happen until like way later in the game. Just pump up our HP and we're fine. You can actually get soft lock there if you move around. Well, in between these cutscenes, because if you go back up into the doctor's office, it cancels out this cutscene, and you can advance it, and then you can advance anywhere else. So, lots of fun. Why I did that? Okay, we should be fine. Good enough. I should. Well, actually, so we got that liquid metal before. Just like 30 MP should be fine. Okay. We'll save here just in case I think of everything and we die with pops. See. Should be get the right on it just only used in one area. Okay, we'll go down here. We're actually going to drop him off right here. Let's see why in a little while. We have to do this next city. It clears out something for Act 2. Otherwise, we would just loop. So we have to do this. It repeats a cutscene in Act 1 that's supposed to be cleared out. And for some reason, doing this section is the trigger to clear it out. We'll just do this section. Not a long section. Just talking to a guy, and then we get chased out of the city. But we do have to watch a cutscene all over again. Which should have been the cutscene that we skipped. This one here. It should have been one that I skipped earlier on, but I ended up not doing it. So we get betrayed by this guy, and then we run out. So you're supposed to go find a way to run all the way south into the city, but going up what I'm going to do skips like a minute-long cutscene. So you're not supposed to be able to go up here during this chase sequence. We're going to, and then we can exit west of the city, which brings us here, back to where we had the worm. And then we'll be skipping away to get into Club Web. Usually have to like do kind of a cutscene, but we'll just jump on that lady and jump over this person. We do a fight here, which is like just us stealing something. This person dies in one hit and they don't attack you again. Oh, I did not mean to do that. They get the limit break. Even though they would die to a regular attack. Kingdoms of the Dump.
Kingdoms of the Dump.
Yup. Sometimes you can drop a second agility pill there, but I didn't get it. But it's good to have the one, because we'll need it to just blow by bosses, basically. Agility pills also count as 2 when you use 1, when it's supposed to just be 1. Let's see, skill. That should make it faster than basically everybody. Get Musk in our party. He's going to be important for one skip and then never see the light of day again. Well, actually 2 skips. But they're both just required by story. There's not a reason that you need him to do it. It's just that his field ability is used. So we'll go to the swamp. We'll finish the first screen as normal. Then on the second screen, we'll be going to another area that we're not supposed to get to yet. So we'll trick you on controller. I can do it on keyboard, but we'll see if I can do it on controller. Because after you select a file and hold down X, it should have him changing. So he changes into different things that are on the map. It's just when it's these goofy little things. So over here. Pretty sure. Yeah, there it is. We're gonna be quick because we'll get the switch. And then if we run fast enough, get it before it goes up. Here's where we'll do the skip. We'll load our dialogue. I think it even works though, because sometimes in the background function of it all, it still clears out a dialogue. There's still like a trigger to like, okay, clear next dialogue. And I think it works still. Yeah. There's supposed to be a dialogue saying, "Oh, we can't go here yet," but we definitely can. There's like an invisible counter there. Looks like I was able to dodge it. It's just a bunch of dialogue, nothing important here. Where the encounter is, but let me get it. I think I skipped it. Nice. Alright, now we gotta go here to activate the switch. Oh, I didn't get up fast enough. So in this area, we were supposed to come up here, we talk to someone for a while, and then they send us out to the other place, and then we come back here for a couple more cutscenes, so we're going to skip that whole first part. It will activate one cutscene early from when you first arrive, but that's it. And then it acts as if, like, oh, you've done the thing that we asked you to do. So I'll go up and see this person, and this area is done. Okay. So we're going to go to this tower where this big bad boss is, and we're going to skip a lot of stuff in there. There's, in a couple different ways, we'll do some dialogue skips, but there's actually loading triggers that are still exposed, even though they're supposed to be hidden, that we can jump to. They're supposed to be like blocked by lasers, but if you jump at the lasers, it still does a loading trigger for some certain things. So we're gonna make quick work of this tower, which is actually the longest part of this act, usually. There's a lot of cutscenes to go underground, you have to do all this stuff. I think we skipped 2 bosses. So, or just 1. This next skip is actually pretty particular. You have to be using the dialogue from that hidden zone one. It doesn't work with any other ones. It works with that one because it clears out after the dialogue. Other cutscenes you can do where you're moving around and you can use that. But this one in particular has a certain flag where it's like it clears out dialogue, and you have to press the clear out of the dialogue at a specific point for this next skip. And you have to be a cockroach, which you'll see here soon. You have to be a cockroach, or not a cockroach, get caught, get sent back to the entrance, and then avoid being seen, and then go to the elevator. But because you gotta do a thing where it's like you gotta go to the showers with the locker room, but to do that, you have to shut off the water. To do that, you have to knock over a cooler, and then it makes the janitor go out, and then you do that, then you go to the locker, and then down in the basement for a couple cutscenes. So this little skip here probably saves like 5 minutes. Act 2, where the skip gets really crazy, you can probably save like an hour and a half worth of time. There's so much that you skip. Basically get to the end of Act 2 at like the midpoint of it. Alright, so we'll swap to the cockroach looking guy. We'll go around here. Go to the save point, save. We'll load the other file. Get caught. Okay, no, that didn't do it. Let's see if that was the right order of things. Okay. And then go around this way. There we go. Okay. I was scared I didn't do it. You have to wait till the bars come up, and then you clear out the text, and then you're able to go here. So I am going to save again. So that right there, probably save 5 minutes. Then we're going to do save again. Switch to first because I think we'll load the dialogue, switch back. So what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go up, fight a boss, then get your friends, and then you go up to this little side area, but we're going to do the side area by clearing out the dialogue. Do this section. It's a weird little bird boxes there. Just I don't know, collision. Been watching too many fighting games. Okay, we activate that thing. Go back here. All the fans. I think I did the order of things right. I can't remember if you have to do the elevator first and then do this. I can't remember. Because then I think maybe doesn't skip the boss, but that's fine. Let's check. Can't remember if I was supposed to go to the elevator first, which I'm pretty sure I was supposed to. But this boss will take like 2 seconds, so I'm not too worried. I think if I went to the elevator, it would have brought all the friends in and I wouldn't have to worry about this. Maybe? Okay, I think this is the right order of things. I think if I went to the elevator, it would have restarted a whole bunch of other cutscenes where the fans weren't on. Or the fans were on. So whatever, that seems right. Yep, we jump at the lasers here. That activates this and actually skips a boss. But we're supposed to be turning all these lasers off and then bringing everyone up, but if you jump at the elevator, the loading, the cutscene trigger is like at the top still. I think the only side effect is we don't put the lasers down, which is fine because we'll just do this. There's more pills in here, skill. I think there's a skill one. Okay. Okay. I think there was an agility one somewhere, but I can't remember that. Okay, I was wrong. Let's jump at the elevator again. Ready to go. Yeah, so this should get you over an hour. It's easily under an hour. I just messed up some stuff and had to remember some things. So it's fine. Just a mistake. is dead, even though it shows it's not. It's a bug. It is dead. The game can crash here, so that's what happens. Act 1. I'll save and then
feel like doing Act 2 today. Might do it another day. I just want to kind of get the glitches out there in the open too.
That'll be it. See ya.